When I first kind of started my thought process into gender transition was actually around college. There was always something inside of me that I felt was different. I never really could explain why I felt that way or I felt different than everybody else. Since I didn't have a name for it, I didn't know what was going on, it's kind of hard to vocalize that when you don't have a way to. I actually heard Laverne Cox speak, who's on Orange is the New Black, and I heard her speak and she was talking about trans issues. And this is something that I had considered before in my life, but there was something about that speech that kind of triggered something inside me that was just like, oh, this all makes sense now. I'm transgender. It was really a specific kind of seminal moment where I was like, oh, it makes sense. My experience as a prison guard in Guantanamo Bay was actually pretty positive. In fact, I would say it's one of the best jobs I've ever had. The detainees were actually pretty accepting of me. I'd never really got any backlash from them. You really have to treat them with respect, treat them as a human being, and then they'll understand where you're coming from. You'll understand more of where they're coming from. It's very easy to be miserable in that kind of environment. It's very easy for them to be miserable in that environment. And so kind of keeping that humor there was something that I think kept us both going. At that point, I was 100% sure that I wanted to transition. I knew I was gonna have to wait until I got back in order to do so. You have to get a letter from a therapist in order to gain access to the hormone prescription. And I went through probably about 6 weeks of online gender therapy while I was in Guantanamo. But I don't think that was necessary in my opinion, and I don't really think it did much either. I ended up getting an honorable discharge. They did try to get me out on a general discharge, which is a little bit less than honorable, but I had never done anything wrong in my military career at that point, and the lieutenant colonel actually signed off on my honorable discharge. I came to Roosevelt after my deployment. Now I'm currently majoring in political science, and then I've got a minor in sociology. My experience at Roosevelt has been wonderful. Everybody from the start has been just super accepting. Always got my name right, always got my pronouns right. I've never had a single problem here as far as the trans issue goes. In fact, I felt more accepted for it than anything. And I feel free and open to talk about it here too, which is I think really big. I've been working on this degree since 2013. It feels like it's been taking forever. I cannot wait to get it. I also don't want to leave here, so kind of a catch-22. I should graduate in May of 2019. Afterwards, I hopefully want to go into a nonprofit or political arena, something like that. I guess we'll see where the world takes me. I'm a lot more confident. I'm actually enjoying who I see in the mirror now. I'm doing better in school, and I'm just happier all around. The fact that you guys are watching it and learning a little bit from my own experience means the world to me. So thanks for watching, guys.